Test, test, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Welcome to the stream. I hope everything is going well. We're already starting the stream. We're live. We have excellent connection. Hopefully we can make this work for our current IP philosophy. Yeah, alright. Should work. Now that I think about it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yep, alright. So, hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I guess I gotta say that first. Today we're going to be doing a bit of IB working. Got here our IB philosophy internal assessment. We're gonna work a bit on this so that we can I don't know, just not die in the IB. I mean, it's pretty good. Just chilling, working. I'm gonna work until 5, so it's gonna be like a 1-hour stream of just working. Hopefully it picks it up though. I don't really want it to not pick it up. Should be able to pick up, I hope. Yeah, it works. Okay, it works splendidly. Alright, so catch you up a bit on what I'm working on. So this right here is my IB philosophy internal assessment. Its main theme would be mind and body philosophy, and it's I'm in the standard level of philosophy because our school does not allow higher level because it's a bit too hard for people for some reason, although I don't feel so. So I guess we'll just start. I guess I'll just show you guys what I'm working on a bit. So my research question that I chose for my internal assessment here is, to what extent does consciousness appear within the physical body? It's a question that it just because we know that consciousness is inside our body. We know that it exists and there's a correlation between consciousness and the body. It's just that how exactly does this happen? How exactly does it work, and to what extent does the consciousness even appear within the physical body? That's what I want to talk about. So it should reach about 2,000 words when I'm done. So our goal here is 2,000 words. I doubt that I can finish it in 1 hour, but I already have an outline of what I want to write. I'm just gonna live stream myself writing it. So here's my stimulus. It's a collection of 86. If anyone's ever seen it, I would be glad if someone has seen it, because this is one of the most epic, most greatest stories that I have ever seen. Alright, so this is just a little description. I'll also go through how exactly I write, how exactly I work on things, so it's easier. So you guys, maybe those who also do the IB diploma, can study and learn a bit or a thing or two from me. Even if not, maybe you guys can help me out a bit, because, well, why not? Let's help each other. So this first part right here, this all the way until here, it's just a description. It's just a description about what the book is about and how it will correlate later on. It's just a description of what I chose, what stimulus I chose, and how it will correlate later on. And this is gonna be how it correlates. It implies that the implication here is that consciousness is directly connected to the body, or more specifically the brain of a person. And when this will be the question, this will be the motion of the argument of this entire debate that I will go on. It's going to be showing it's gonna be showing like where the problem lies and where the two contrasting sides appear. And well, this part is just a little explanation, an introduction of what will go down basically here on the bottom. It's just saying that here I will first define the mind and body, and then after that I will argue on the possibility of artificial consciousness, and then I will finally answer the question of whether consciousness is just like a copy. You can copy consciousness just by copying the brain. It's a very interesting concept that I really like. So this is just me rambling about what the mind and body problem is. Yeah, to know the answer we must first the mind and body. Yeah. So here's one of the problems within philosophy that I just decided to throw out the window so that we can continue the argument. This is just me arguing that this problem of the mind and body is not going to be needed. It's going to be like necessary for it to be true, for the mind and body to have a connection, to be able to continue on the argumentation, to my arguments. And here is it's still on the mind and body. Yeah, like here for the sake of this essay and the continuation of the analysis, the argument will be resolved using the view of Descartes. So here we decide to take the view of one of our opponents and actually agree with them to get rid of this the entire argument, the entire problem that stands in our way. So like these two paragraphs right here, it's just a little introduction to the mind and body, how it'll work, how we will like resolve it later on. I don't even know if anyone's watching the stream. I mean, it's pretty dead and sad here, isn't it? Well, it's not really that it matters. Okay, so next up here, now this is gonna be where I'm gonna start my argument, like though from a different perspective. This I'm gonna argue on how, from a third perspective, it will actually it won't matter. Like, alright, so from viewing consciousness from a third person perspective means that you don't really know if they have consciousness or not. So how can we distinguish that other people have consciousness? Like, we know that we ourselves, like how Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. He realizes that he has consciousness in himself, but how would we know that other people also have that consciousness? So this is something that I want to like talk about, something that I wanted to argue about. Like, consciousness cannot be properly perceived. You cannot see consciousness. You don't know if someone's conscious or not. That's why they're gonna add like these they're gonna have these criterias for if consciousness actually exists or not. And well, yeah, that's just gonna be what I'm gonna be doing. Basically that, yeah. Okay, hold on a second, let me just have my camera on as well, so that I can like see myself and talk about what I'm gonna be doing. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with the OBS. Would be really bad if it interferes with the OBS. I don't want it to interfere at all. Actually, we don't need it. We don't need the photo booth. Actually, just yeah. Okay. So here Descartes. We're gonna use first Descartes' root for the entire argument. I'm gonna use what Descartes said about consciousness. Is Descartes, like, guys? Okay, here's the little thing. Always use this tool right here. This is the best thing that has ever existed. So, but instead of like just asking him to do the entire essay for you, just ask him for the points that you want to make. So here I asked him Descartes' list of criteria and how he like does the criteria of consciousness. So first is self-awareness, intentionality, and unity of consciousness. This unity of consciousness is a bit weird. It's non-physical, so it's immaterial, and indubitably, so it means it cannot be doubted, and rationality. Yeah, okay, so I asked a bit more on the third rule, and it's a bit weird how he says it. So I think I am not, like, this is a paper of argument, right? It's not a paper of justice or something. It's supposed to be biased. So when you're creating an IA, you can be as biased as possible. When you're creating an essay, an argumentative essay that is supposed to criticize something and like add your view can be as biased as possible because you're viewing it from yourself. It's just that if you can logically create those arguments. So using ChatGPT, of course, we're going to we're going to put in Descartes' argument about what consciousness is, right? So this is what we're going to be doing. Oh, we have one viewer. So, okay, Descartes' argument, we're gonna for Descartes' argument, I thought that he has very similar arguments to very similar criteria for like any other philosopher, to be honest. So because he's known as like one of the most greatest philosophers, we're just gonna use his criteria to later on argument against him. So first is, of course, self-awareness. We got self-awareness, intentionality. I'm just gonna throw away his third concept, and I like this, and that. So we're just gonna have 5. Descartes. So here's how we're gonna write it down. Descartes has argued that the criteria for consciousness actually consists of 5 key features. 5 key features. Use a bit of like fancy language to make the essay look more to make the essay look a bit more fancy and more enjoyable to look at. I don't know. We have one viewer. I don't know why we have one viewer. Okay. Anyways, so here we state that Descartes has said that there's actually 5 key features instead of only like 1, 3, 4, 3, which here we stated 4 instead of 3. So first is self-awareness. First being self-aware. Not self-awareness, self-aware. And then we just take whatever he said, which I will later on take from the book. So later on, maybe I'll do a second stream where I like show how you do the citations and everything, because you need the citations of what Descartes has said. You need exactly like his rule set, or like what he has said within his books, within the books that he wrote, like what his actual arguments is from what he has published. You need to have that cited rather than just saying what it is. So like we'll just later on we'll take the exact description of what he has said. We're gonna learn how to search for that, and we're gonna learn how we can cite it properly. So here it says consciousness is defined by self-awareness, the ability to, this is what he says, the ability to recognize oneself as a thinking, existing entity. As a thinking and existing entity. So this is one of his points that we're just gonna maybe copy and paste here. Why not? So here, Descartes first being self-aware, the ability to recognize oneself as a thinking, existing entity. We'll just continue on with what he has said. Second being intentionality. Like I said here, intentionality, we just take that and add that into, I don't even know why I have to copy and paste instead I can just write it down. I don't know, I'm too lazy. Second being the intentionality. We're gonna copy and paste. Directed towards object. It's a direction towards something, anything, an object, idea, or concept. So basically, intentionality is a direction towards something, a cause or meaning behind anything done or not done by oneself. I suck at writing. Oh my god, I suck at writing. Towards the direction of objects, ideas or concepts. Objects, ideas, and concepts. Don't roast my English, guys. I know I suck at English, but like, come on. Alright, we don't have any other viewer. Quite sad. Really sad. Alright, so I'm just gonna check. Can they actually hear me? Alright, yeah, they can hear me fine. Cause or meaning behind everything. And when we go further from this, we're just gonna continue on with what we already have. I'm just gonna skip this thing because I don't even know what that is. We're gonna do non-physicality or immateriality. Immateriality, that's such a weird word. Third is the feature of non-physicality. Immateriality. I don't think that's a word. Meaning it is not affected, I think, is what he said. Is a non-physical substance distinct from the body. Yeah, well, we can like say that we agree on this point. I guess fourth would be the indubitality, whatever that is. I don't think he has that. Actually, he does have it. We can just cite a book from a certain page to another certain page regarding what consciousness is, which I think in Descartes is what it was like somewhere around the first meditation. Yeah, just from the first meditations all the way up until the third meditations, where he discovered that God wait a second. No, until the second actually. Yeah, the second is where he figured out, I think, that's where I am. So we're just gonna use from the first until the second meditations for our little citations of our sources. Yeah, we're gonna just do that. And fourth is indubitality. The feature not being able, I don't know, to be doubted. I'll just go and lastly being rationality. The ability to think intellectually. Yeah. And reasonably. I don't know, I'm just making some shit up. I mean, making things up is like quite something that you can just do. Oh shit, okay, don't show that. I mean, it's just showing that, okay. So, we have these criterias. And what was I gonna do again? Oh yeah, we're gonna use other people as well. We're gonna make... is it better? Hold on a second. Now this is what I'm thinking. Okay, so what I was about to do was have many different philosophers. So first we're gonna have Descartes with his criteria of what makes consciousness, and then we're gonna have David Chalmers with his qualia, and also Thomas Nagel just on qualia, with Thomas Nagel's bad argument about qualia. And yeah, I'm just gonna have those three as the opposite side of the opposing side, and then I was gonna like attack them after they explained everything. I was gonna... maybe I should have more of a story where instead of I just have these two clashing head to head together. Maybe I should have just have a story where first I'm gonna talk about Descartes, but I'm gonna criticize Descartes on what he has said about how it is not like his criteria doesn't really mean that AI cannot have consciousness. It doesn't prove anything, and because it's from a third person perspective, you cannot argument against artificial intelligence not having consciousness. So this is why I think, yeah, I should probably do that. So first we're gonna have Descartes. We already have Descartes here. We already have Descartes. I like saying Descartes rather than Descartes. I'd say Descartes. Okay, so Descartes here has given all of his arguments about what makes consciousness, right? And then I should like criticize this part right here of what he said to be consciousness, and like from that later on, after that, I would like add in David Chalmers and Thomas Nagel about their argument of qualia, meaning that even if like Descartes was wrong, even if Descartes was wrong, like there's still qualia, there's still like there's still one more that makes consciousness that is definitely not in AI, which is qualia. But then I'm just gonna attack that as well, using like AJ Ayer, Daniel Dennett, and just... hold on a second, what did I write in this? Oh yeah, so yeah, first I'm gonna talk oh yeah, so for Descartes, I'm going to attack him using AJ Ayer's empirical theory and Daniel Dennett as well, so that his theory of like Descartes' argument of how AI or the mind cannot be recreated just falls apart after that. Yeah, and then after that comes David Chalmers and Thomas Nagel about qualia, and then that's gonna be how that, yeah, what? Hold on a second, what did I write? Oh yeah, so after Thomas Nagel and David Chalmers, I'm gonna have John Stuart Mill argue about how it just doesn't work. I think I should just do that. I'm gonna have John Stuart Mill, and then I'm gonna have John Searle. So I'm gonna have 3 versus 3 basically here. Oh yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be, so after Thomas Nagel and David Chalmers, I'm gonna have John Stuart Mill and John Searle talk about how AI can actually have consciousness, or like we we don't know if they can have consciousness. And then I'm gonna add one more, which I already asked in this guy right here, the ChatGPT, is a what's it called, studied AI to a point where they can no longer differentiate AI with humans. And he gave me a couple names, which is first Hans Metalwreck, potential for AI to surpass, and for his concept of mind uploading. So I don't think this is researcher though. Is this a researcher? I need like a natural, like a neutral point of view. Someone who's not in the debate too much. Someone who's just in the sidelights and stating the facts. So I'm gonna have 3 philosophers on the dualist side. I mean, on the anti what's it called? Yeah, on the dualist side, I guess, and then 3 more on the AI side. And while I'm arguing about them, I'm gonna have one neutral side, which is a researcher who is then going to also support the AIs. So then we're gonna have 4 against 3, which is then also added with my own personal opinion, which is gonna be 5 against 3, which means that it is pretty balanced. And for an IA, it's actually ideal to have more on your side, more on your argument side rather than the opposing side. So this is already really great. Now I just need to find out of these who's a researcher. Who's a researcher that is not a philosopher, but a actual scientist. I need an actual scientist who is here neuroscientists that suggest that AI is related to the amount of information a system can generate. Some AI researchers have explored how this theory can. Attempts have been made to measure the phi value, a key concept in IIT, and an AI system to determine. Ooh, this one actually looks really nice. AlphaGo, developed by DeepMind. It's an AI and yeah, I actually really like this. We're using deep AI anyway right now. We're using ChatGPT. So this right here is probably gonna be how we're gonna go. However, it does raise the question of can you learn and make decisions autonomously. So yeah, this actually seems pretty nice. This actually seems pretty nice. So I might go with this. So we're gonna have DeepMind's self-teaching AI. Might gonna have that, but who knows if we want this one by neuroscientist Guyo Tononi. Yeah, there's actually, if I try to look this up, I don't think there's much correlation. Oh shit, this one also might seem pretty good. What do you guys think? Views? 2 views. That's it. 2 views. Yeah. I mean, like, do I really care? I do care. I really do care. Okay, let's see. The mirror test. The mirror test is a behavioral experiment used to assess self-awareness in animals, such as whether animals can recognize itself in a mirror. Testing whether the AI can recognize itself or understand its own actions. For example, recent AI systems that can predict their future actions or recognize their place in a simulated environment. This self-referential could be. Okay. Wow. All right. Wow. Okay. This might actually be pretty good. So because AI can like know themselves, because they can like know where they are and how they're gonna be, it's gonna be really good for later on. Yeah, this is gonna be really good. Okay, so how about then? But I really like this. Wait, what is this? suggests that consciousness arises when information broadcasts across a global workspace, integrating various cognitive. AI systems have been designed to simulate this global workspace to create a form of artificial consciousness. I don't, there's not much in there, but I like this one a lot. The self-teaching right here. Self-teaching is gonna be really good argument. I might do that. So the Turing test, we're already using that. The Chinese room argument, we're already using that as well. But I really like DeepMind self-teaching AI because they're actually specializing in AI. I just have to know who the actual researcher is and where the source of that is. So I might really like that. Okay, so I guess we have figured out what we want to do. So first, we're gonna criticize what Descartes has said here. First, okay, here. So after like this, we're gonna like bridge it. We're gonna bridge it. This Descartes would imply that consciousness is something that is entirely exclusive to humanity. Since within his meditations, he discovered that he who exists is a human being, and that this special trait of human is having the ability to think or be conscious. Conscious. No, okay. Within his meditation, okay, the ability to think or be conscious, to think or being conscious. This would also imply, suggest that artificial intelligence who is not human, I'm calling that, who is not human, would not be able to possess these traits. That is exclusive to humans. Alright, now after like giving a bit of context on what Descartes was trying to imply, we go further and try and attack him after this. Alright, we attack what he says, we attack what he means. So like he says that it's only exclusive to humans. However, hold on, let me see. A.J. Ayer's empirical, what's it called? His empirical, just gonna search. A.J. Ayer. Do we have that? Do we have Ayer here somewhere? Ayer. There it is, A.J. Ayer. So, logical positives argue that metaphysical claims like these are not verifiable. Okay, this right here. This can be our argument from. Who do we have? Daniel Dennett. We have Daniel Dennett here. Okay, so we have first is A.J. Ayer, and Daniel Dennett's right here. So here's the physical, logical interaction between the soul and cognitive processes. So here we have a second one. Hold on. have here with an IP private. God, doesn't give the hard part as well. Okay, so here, within the philosophy one, I'm pretty sure that I have it prepared for my IA preparation. A long argument between two AIs. So I set up a little argument between two AIs, and it went for quite a long time. Yes, that metaphysical claims. So this right here is what I think I want to go for. Critique of responses addressing. Hold on a second. I put this already in the Opera GX, I think. Oh yeah, this is the last response that I took. Okay, so we're just gonna use this. So how would we take this right here and have that inside our... I'm gonna edit that, of course, not just like copy and paste it exactly. This right here will go on later. So however, the claims that this the card has made can be seen as ineffective regarding this regarding the current debate of whether consciousness can be replicated. His claims are purely subjective and abstract in nature. Meaning that because it lacks any hint of objective objective evidence. And here we're gonna like explain that objective evidence is something that's like verifiable. Verifiable. That's wrong. Not verifiable, but like the word for a posteriori. Posterior. Further back. Oh no, priori. Priori. So priori is here. Alright, let's use this in philosophy. Let's use a bit of Wikipedia so we can have a bit more. Enrich our philosophical words, our philosophical language, so that we can like be better, so that we have like more better analysis and more better grades on philosophy itself. So like here. So a priori is about deductive. Alright, so a posteriori is observable evidence that will be just 100% true, verifiable events posteriori. Is it posteriori? Posteriori. So something that is a posteriori. Evidence a posteriori. To be, I don't know about this. Do I use tree? Physical. Empirical facts that are undoubtable. So it just lacks objective evidence or a posteriori. Any tint, I like that. I like any tint. So now that we have this, let's see what else we can follow up on. So we already said that it's too abstract and subjective. It lacks any objective evidence. It's too abstract. Oh yeah, we're also gonna add it also seems illogical to argue about existence of consciousness in another being using subjective claims. The only way to argue about it's going all right. Okay, the only way to argue in third person perspective is using empirical and observational evidence. And then now we're gonna add like logical positives such as A.J. Ayer argues that metaphysical claims are not verifiable through empirical means and thus lack physical, such as Descartes' arguments claim that metaphysical arguments that Descartes claim are not verifiable through empirical means and thus lack cognitive meaning. This perspective supports the idea that theories relying on immaterial entities are problematic if they cannot be empirically testified. So I think we'll just like put this together with this right here. Or because we want to have Daniel Dennett in here as well, we can add a bit of tint of Daniel Dennett. Yeah, we can add a little bit of Daniel Dennett into the mix so that like everything just goes well. Yeah, we can also add in a bit of Daniel Dennett and what he said. So like right next to this, we're just gonna add in another argument that is Daniel Dennett right here. Dennett also argues. So boom 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 boom. So here we're gonna just add in this while having argues that we can understand and predict cognitive processes using the intentional stance without invoking immaterial entities. So okay, this right here, this immaterial entities are when they talk about God. So this right here, the immaterial entities, is like immaterial. Oh, actually no, it's talking about consciousness being an immaterial entity, such as on the immaterial, relying on immaterial concepts are problematic if they cannot be empirically tested or verified. Daniel Dennett would also argue that we can understand and predict consciousness without invoking immaterial concepts, immaterial and abstract concepts. Immaterial and abstract concepts are problematic if they cannot be empirically tested or verified. This we're gonna change with whatever they actually wrote in the book, so that we can make it more better. We can make it more solid than just using ChatGPT without having to know the source. So this is another cool thing about ChatGPT, that you can just use it for. You can use it for what's it called? You can use it for you can use it to guide your IA, to guide your writing, so that later on it'll become better. Not really better, so that you have a path. Basically, ChatGPT is your guide, so wherever you want to go, he will help you to go there. He won't really take you there, because you still have to search all that yourself, but he is a really nice guideline. ChatGPT is a really nice guideline that can just help you to go anywhere where you want to go. And it's not just copy and pasting, it's took a lot of reading and a lot of argumenting, a lot of talking to ChatGPT about it. Got a sidetracked here. So ChatGPT, you have to search for the answer. It starts with hey, how's it going? I have a little assignment going on. So you give him the context, you give him what he needs, and then you give him what you need. So you specify it to the most descriptive, and he will never get it right. He won't ever be able to guess exactly what you want in your head. But that's what's gonna help you, because from all of this you can move towards the point that you want to go. You can go from here to there, here to here. I mean, just keep talking with him until you find exactly what is necessary. So this is basically your supervisor. It's basically a real person. It's a teacher that can help you with anything, because his knowledge is vast, and you can just talk to him and try and find what he has going on. Like I said here, I also had this little AI debate where I put ChatGPT against another ChatGPT, and I made them criticize each other. So one of them taking dualist and the other taking the empiricists. So I had the dualist create some arguments about something, and then I had the empiricists also argue about it. So there's debate right here. Really gives you an idea of how the debate in your essay should work later on. Like you said here, look, there's a lot of things here that I can use to just criticize each other. This is actually really, really nice. So it doesn't have to be original, because The idea
Begini,
is you can
bayar
never get
Rp65.000 per bulan untuk aplikasi streaming.
You can never
Lalu
get
Rp54.990 per bulan untuk aplikasi musik.
Gee.
Lalu Rp150.000 untuk aplikasi fitness. Dan lebih banyak.
Come on YouTube. Alright, come on YouTube. Alright, thank you. So you can never really get something original, so it's fine if you do something that's not original and like copy something from somewhere else. And ChatGPT basically just helps the process of copying. Not really the copying, but like searching of what you want to copy. Not copying, but like what you want to state. What do you want to talk about? It just all in here. It's all in the web. It's all in the internet, and you just have to find it. And this finding right here is what ChatGPT does best, which is why you should really use ChatGPT to its fullest, like here. Now after this, we're gonna bridge this again now. Like as you can see, everything's just flowing. It's flowing and we're just gonna be able to like continue the argument towards a better, towards where we want to actually go. So here we have, after this right here, look at this. After this, we're gonna start bridging again towards what the argument of Thomas Nagel and David Charms, which is so like we have one argument criticized by our team, and then they're gonna criticize again by the enemy team again. So we're gonna have this structured debate argument. Now, but of course, discard this. Discard this out. I don't really want to like dirty his name, but I want to like point out that maybe Discardus has missed some points. Okay, so how do we make it so that it like goes bridge? From here we should say like, other than what Discardus has said, there's other arguments. So like these other arguments take on the side of dualists. So Discardus was a dualist, has started the train of thought that is dualism, to which other theories still supporting his claims arise. Using different concepts. Yeah. I guess we can take this. One of those is the argument of qualia. Qualia right here. So here we now go into qualia. Qualia, what is qualia? Qualia is like hey ChatGPT. Okay. What is qualia? How about that? Just a general view of what qualia is. Oh yeah, it's experiences. Okay. I didn't remember. Okay. The experiences. The subjective experiences. That is exclusive only to oneself. So, I think there's something that I wanted to like talk more about here, which is his points. He had 5 points. I wanted to talk about how yeah, I wanted to talk about how like I wanted to like criticize every single one of his points, but I guess I don't have. I can do that later. So I think for now that will be like it for my entire work. So how much did we work on here? We worked on three paragraphs that are carefully thought of. Yeah, 3 paragraphs that are carefully thought of in 1 hour, which I think is already pretty good. It's really good. That is like enough for us for now. And I guess that would be all for my stream. I thank you guys. Yeah, honestly, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna maybe continue this later on. I'm gonna work on this a bit myself as well. But I think this would be it for the stream. I have some other things to do, and I'll update you guys on my essay if I can work. We're gonna work on some other essays as well, but for now, I'm gonna try to finish this one, and I'll give you guys another overview and maybe like just however it'll go. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and well, goodbye.